What's good, y'all? For anybody who comes in and watch this playback, the title of this live stream is "The Only Story That Matters: The Story Never Told." Now, I couldn't, do the little videos like I've been doing and edit it the way I want because the evil spirit took the computer from me, so I can't do that. So I'm gonna just go ahead and tell this very last story, and this is the last thing I want to say before I get on with the story. This is the last story that I'm telling before a motherfucker leave this damn timeline. And once I leave this timeline will be destroyed. Understand that. It's been a lot of wicked shit that's been done here. It's been a lot of evil people that tried to destroy me, that tried to basically destroy a particular individual. And yeah, it's just been a lot of fuck shit. So let's get on with the story. I'm gonna start from the very, very, very beginning. This is gonna be a very long story, y'all. Understand that. And it's gonna be from the very, very, very beginning. So let's get on with it. So once before time, a long, long time ago, there was two angelic brothers that were sent down here by basically, you could call it the God essence, the creator essence, the most high essence that there is. These two brothers were sent down here to this earth to basically start a nation, to start a new nation of particular beings. You could call it angels, humans on earth, however you want to call it. This particular individual sent these two angels down here to start this nation, to start this new race of beings. And before that even happened, you must understand there was already beings down here, because I forgot to mention that there was also another entity that was created around the same time that the two brothers were created. But this entity was just a little bit older, just a little bit older. You could say that this entity was like one of the first angels or the first beings that was created. But this entity knew that he couldn't rule in the heavens. So he immediately fell in grace and came down to this earth to be the God of this earth. And he went on ahead and he started a whole race of beings and whatnot. Because what he did was, when he got down here, be quiet. Start barking and doing all that. As soon as I want to get on my live, it's the same shit all the time. I'm gonna put these damn dogs in the house, y'all, before I get on with this live. Hold up. I'm gonna have to put them dogs up. They're making too much damn noise. So I'm gonna start all over again since I got interrupted. At the very, very beginning, y'all, at the very, very beginning of creation, there was one entity created. This entity went down to the earth to be the God on the earth. Then there was two other brothers, twin brothers, that was created. These angels was tasked by the creator, God, spirit, however you want to call it, to come down to the earth to start a new race of angelic entities, us. You see what I'm saying? Humans, the so-called black people, however you want to call it. You see what I'm saying? Now, what you must understand is there was already somebody here, as I've already said. The dude, that the vampire king, Vulcan. You see what I'm saying? Halal, Tarnush, Shaitan, however y'all want to call him. He was already down here. He created his little race of people, the vampires. These are half vampires, half nymphs. And the reason why this happened is because this particular entity, this vampire king, when he came down here, he created a wife out of basically taking the DNA from a woman that was already here, and he used her DNA and his DNA to create a wife. And then he started breeding with her and started his own race. Boom. That's how that happened. So these two brothers, they come down here. Y'all call them Inky and Enlil. I call them Nanos and Mustafar. These two beings come down here to the earth. And immediately when they came down here, they automatically got into some shit with this vampire king, Vulcan, Halal, Tarnush, however you want to call it. They immediately get into some conflict with this being and end up having this crazy ass war. It was a small battle. It wasn't a war. It was a small battle. Basically what was happening was this vampire king was basically testing these two angels to see how powerful they was. He was now, and there's a real big twist to this, but we gonna get to that later on. I ain't even gonna say it right now. It's a real big twist to this whole thing. You must understand that this motherfucker Vulcan was smart as hell. He was smart than a motherfucker. And this nigga was planning shit from the start. You see what I'm saying? So when Enlil and Inky or Nanos and Mustafar came down here, he immediately sent some troops to test their strength to see how powerful they was. He already knew that the troops wasn't gonna win. He knew that. You see what I'm saying? But that wasn't the point. The point was to see how strong they was. So they did that, boom. This is when, and before they would, Nanos and Mustafar came down to this earth, or Inky and Enlil, you must understand that the Most High Spirit, the God, Creator, gave these two beings these powerful ass weapons, the most powerful weapons that would be on the earth. No other being would even be able to compare to these fucking weapons. Nanos had this sword, you know what I'm saying, that was like, it could cast electricity and shit. When he swing it, it can shoot like lightning and shit. So when you see all that lightning and stuff in the sky, I'm talking about them big ass lightning bolts, the ones that just go across the whole entire sky. That's what this weapon this nigga had could do. He swing that motherfucker, electricity everywhere. And Mustafar had a trident. And this trident he could use to basically control the ocean waters and the fresh water, any water that's on the earth. He could basically control it and move it around and do whatever he wants. So they used these two weapons, and they were very excited about being able to use them when they came down here. And they basically wiped that army out like it was nothing. It ain't even take no time at all. They did that shit in a matter of like 30 seconds. You see what I'm saying? They wiped all them fucking vampires out like it was nothing at all. But like I said, you have to understand that it was nothing more than just them trying to figure out, this vampire king was just trying to figure out how strong they was. And also he was trying to get a reading on their hearts to see which one, should I say this? Because if I say this, it's gonna kind of give it up. He was trying to see which one had darkness in their heart. Which one could he manipulate? Which one could he, you know what I'm saying? Which one could he get to? Which one could he corrupt? That's basically what he was trying to do. And he saw that Mustafar or Inky was one that he could easily manipulate, because Mustafar he was so fucking bloodthirsty. Like, this nigga was like, man, let's destroy all these motherfuckers right now. Let's go ahead and just wipe these niggas out. Even though they was trying to, a lot of them was trying to retreat and run away, Mustafar was like, fuck that shit. You see what I'm saying? We finna go ahead and wipe all these niggas out. Let's go ahead and handle this. So he saw the darkness in Mustafar's heart. So that was the two reasons why he sent that army, to test their strength and to see if he could corrupt one of the two. Understand that? So that happens. Now you have to also understand that this Most High Creator energy also told them to find a place to where they can start this nation. Find some land, find somewhere to where you can build and grow, to where your kids, to where the children, where the nation could live and dwell in peace. So they chose a mountain. And they tell you that that mountain was called Mount Olympus, where all the gods, the Olympians. Understand that. So this mountain was created, and this Most High Spirit, this Most High God, created these rooms. These roomies, I don't really know how to say that word, but you know the little symbols and shit. He created these spells and whatnot to cast on this mountain to make it to where these evil vampires and Vulcan and them could not come up this mountain. You see what I'm saying? They could not come near this mountain. Understand that, because the Most High Spirit did not want Vulcan and his damn vampires to corrupt his nation, his children that he sent those two angels down here to start. He didn't want them to be corrupted. He didn't want them to become what these vampires was, what Vulcan's people was. He didn't want that. See what I'm saying? Because Vulcan and them vampires, they are extremely wicked. The shit that they do is out of this world. See, when they try to talk about the Nephilim and they say that the Nephilim were eating the humans and shit, no. The Nephilim was the race that the two angels created. And they try to tell you in the Bible that they wasn't supposed to come down here and breed with the women and shit. Yes, they was. That's exactly what the Most High sent them down here to do. You see what I'm saying? To start a nation. That is exactly what he sent them to do. He told them to come down here and be fruitful. You see what I'm saying? The whole Bible is full of fucking lies, family. It's full of lies. He told them to come down here to start this nation, to breed with these women, to take these nymph wives of all the elements. The reason why he said to take the magical beings, you know, of the elements is because he wanted the nation that was born to be of the earth. You see what I'm saying? So he said, take nymph wives, the ones that's of the elements, the water, the earth, the fire. You see what I'm saying? The wind, all these different entities. He wanted them to come down here and breed with them. So that way these angels that will be born will have the powers to basically control the earth, control the elements. You see what I'm saying? They call them the Elohim when they was born. And he also gave the two brothers those titles too, of El. And then the offspring would be the Elohim. You see what I'm saying? So this happened, boom. They came down here, they started taking the wives. Now before this even started off, Nanos or Enlil was basically, well, they all was gifted. Enlil and Enki, or Mustafar and Nanos was gifted these seven like water type entities from the Atlantic Ocean. You see what I'm saying? Because King Neptune had came up, and he came up in a fucking submarine. You see what I'm saying? It's not like they lived in the damn water. They had a city under the fucking ocean that was surrounded by like a firmament and shit. You see what I'm saying? They had a beautiful ass city down there. So once King Neptune got wind that Nanos and Mustafar was coming to the earth to start a new nation, he saw opportunity. So he immediately rounded up his 7 daughters, got on the submarine, and came up to the earth like, shit, I'm finna give my 7 daughters to these 2 niggas, boy. They finna start a whole nation. This shit finna be crazy. So that's what he did. And these 7 daughters went on to be like oracles. You see what I'm saying? Oracles of the days. Each cycle, you know, one of those sisters would share wisdom or insight on what the fuck was about to happen that day. What could happen that day. What kind of energy is being created that day. You see what I'm saying? So this nigga came up, he brought his 7 daughters, and what happened was Nanos immediately fell in love with the oldest one. You see what I'm saying? He immediately fell in love with the oldest one. So he fell in love with her, he married her, took her as his wife, and had his first son by her. You see what I'm saying? And that first son would be the one, the prince of the kingdom. Because you have to understand, Nanos was anointed to be like the king. He was anointed to be like the leader. And Mustafar was supposed to be the leader of the army, the military. You see what I'm saying? The Titanic fleet, or however you want to call it. That was their 2 positions. Mustafar was like a war general, and Nanos was like a commander-in-chief. He was like the damn president. You see what I'm saying? So, boom. The son that was born, he was the prince. He was the heir of the throne. So boom, after that, we gonna skip ahead a little bit because I'm not I'm not gonna really talk about the creation of the mountain and you know what I'm saying, how they set all that shit up because that's gonna take too long. But anyways, boom, another freaking war break out. And what happened was one of the seven sisters, I called her Tefnut. One of the seven sisters ended up catching this this epiphany that oh shit, these motherfucking crazy ass entities is about to get ready and come to this planet. Because since y'all came here, since Nanos and Mustafar came here, what happened was it caused the vortex to open. You see what I'm saying? A vortex to this chaos realm. Mind you, Vulcan already knew this was gonna happen. The Vampire King, he already knew this was gonna happen. You see what I'm saying? So he had already sent telepathic messages to these motherfuckers and everything. These niggas, y'all ever watched that movie Endgame? Or not Endgame, but that fucking that Marvel movie where all of a sudden Loki opened to see Loki would be considered Inky. Loki would be considered Mustafar. You see what I'm saying? He opened that goddamn portal, and then all of a sudden all them crazy motherfuckers start coming through the damn portal and shit. That's what happened. You see what I'm saying? The sky opened just like that on that movie. They showed you right there. The sky opened just like that, and it was like space. You would see the regular ass sky, and then you see a big ass fucking circle in the sky, and then through that circle you seeing space. You seeing nothing but black and stars and shit. They like, what the fuck? All of a sudden these big ass ships and stuff start coming through that damn portal. And one of them was the moon that you see. The moon is not the moon, family. We are on the moon. What are you talking about? We are on the moon right now. This is the moon. You see what I'm saying? This is Titan. This is the moon. Saturn is the sun. You see what I'm saying? Saturn is a whole planet. This is the moon. So that shit that you see up there, that's not the moon. That's a ship. It's a satellite. You see what I'm saying? So they see this big ass fucking object come out of the sky, and then all these other small little UFO looking ships come out the sky, and they automatically come down here and start tearing shit up. And after that, the moon starts sending out this fucking frequency that caused the angels to kind of like be confused. Like, what the fuck? What's going on? Like the angels and shit, the lower level angels was like holding their head and shit like, what the fuck? Like, it completely knocked them off of their, you could say it knocked them off their orbit. It completely twisted them and made them confused. They didn't know what the hell was going on. They didn't know what was happening. All they could feel was this crazy ass frequency that was just, it disconnected them for the damn Most High. They couldn't communicate with the heavens. They couldn't communicate with each other telepathically. It completely knocked everything the fuck off. You see what I'm saying? Except the Nanos and the more higher angels. The more higher angels that was more in tuned, you see what I'm saying? They were still able to telepathically communicate and talk to the creators, the source energy and all that, but it was harder. You see what I'm saying? It was much harder for them to do it. It took more time and it took more focus and it took more energy. So they couldn't do it as easily as they once did. You see what I'm saying? So what happened was, after this incident, Nanos lost his fucking shit, man. And this is where the whole dragon theory come from. Nano's son ended up being the last dragon on Earth. But understand that these beings can tap into this avatar state to where their eyes turn white, their hair turn white. You see what I'm saying? And they get this bright ass white orb, this pure ass white orb, kind of like that movie Avatar. When you see Avatar get real mad, and all of a sudden he started floating up in the sky, his eyes turn blue, and he get that arrow on his head and shit. That's exactly what Nanos did. You see what I'm saying? This is a state that's powerful enough to destroy the whole planet. You see what I'm saying? This state right here, if a motherfucker completely lost themselves and they just went into straight chaos, rage, they could completely destroy the whole entire planet. This is the reason why only certain beings have access to that power. If these damn vampires and Mustafar and them motherfuckers was able to tap into this energy, they would have destroyed the planet a long fucking time ago. You see what I'm saying? Because they always lose themselves to rage and anger and jealousy and hatred. They always do that. They can't help themselves. You see what I'm saying? If they had this type of power, they would have destroyed the planet a long fucking time ago. Just like they show you on Dragon Ball Z when they say the very first planet was destroyed by this Super Saiyan that turned into this big ass fucking ape being, and he couldn't control the power. He ended up destroying the whole planet. Yeah, that's what would have happened if motherfuckers like Mustafar, aka Inky, and his damn seed was able to tap into this power. They would have destroyed the fucking planet. You see what I'm saying? They would have destroyed it a long fucking time ago. So, Nanos ended up turning into the dragon. He unleashed the dragon, and he completely destroyed all them motherfuckers and shit. But before he could destroy the goddamn the ship that was sending out that signal, it took the fuck off. You see what I'm saying? It basically, it got the fuck on. You see what I'm saying? But all them ships and stuff and all them beings that came out of that fucking portal, he destroyed all of them immediately, like that. So right then and there, Vulcan knew he couldn't fuck with Nanos. He knew that. But he saw that Mustafar was kind of confused too by that signal. Mustafar's mind was not as strong as Nanos, aka Inky's mind was not as strong as Enlil's. You see what I'm saying? Now you got motherfuckers like Rod Hayes. Rod Hayes, I ain't even gonna say nothing. But you got these niggas out here trying to say that Enlil is the bad guy and he did this and he did that, man. Enlil is not even here because Enlil was murdered. You see what I'm saying? We're gonna get to that in a second. Well, Enlil is here, but Enlil is here in his son. You see what I'm saying? Because his son and him are one. You see what I'm saying? The son, the prince, and his father are one. So that's how Enlil is here, but Enlil, the actual vessel, is not here. See what I'm saying? He's in the higher dimensions right now. So, boom, that shit happened. Right then and there, that's when the whole entire world, after Nanos defeated that fleet like that and did that shit, motherfuckers started worshiping him. Now, he didn't, mind you, he didn't tell motherfuckers to worship me. He didn't say that. But motherfuckers started worshiping him because they saw that this nigga was powerful as fuck. He basically, look, we gotta stay close to this nigga if we wanna survive, if we wanna live, if we wanna, you know what I'm saying, stay away from these damn vampires, Vulcan in them. So Nanos become famous. Everybody started worshiping him, giving him all these great gifts and shit. Nanos becomes super fucking rich. I'm talking about kings and queens and shit was coming to him, offering him fucking gold and silver and all and daughters and all this crazy shit. And Mustafar was just sitting back, looking, just watching the whole thing. Nobody was really giving him any type of clout or respect like how he wanted. You see what I'm saying? He felt like he deserved what Nanos was getting. You see what I'm saying? So at that point, that's when this hatred and this jealousy started to develop in Mustafar's heart. But it was happening very, very slowly. You see what I'm saying? Over time, as he watched Nanos continuously succeed, continuously, you know what I'm saying? He was just, it was like he couldn't lose. You see what I'm saying? Everything he did basically turned to gold. Everything that Nanos touched turned into fucking gold. Everything. It was like this nigga could not lose. He couldn't lose. He couldn't do wrong. He couldn't be corrupted. You see what I'm saying? He didn't lose his mind when they shot that signal. He was just, it was like this nigga was just perfect. And not to mention he had this great power. You see what I'm saying? That dragon energy that Mustafar didn't have. You see what I'm saying? So like I said, motherfuckers started worse. All the women wanted Nanos. All the women wanted him. You see what I'm saying? All of the different kingdoms and shit was coming, just giving Nanos hella gold, hella fucking silver, hella gifts and shit. All these, you know what I'm saying, good ass gifts and stuff. They started giving him land. So Nano's seed started to grow because he had all these different women. You see what I'm saying? He had all these different women that they was just giving him. You see what I'm saying? These different kingdoms and shit, just giving him these women, giving him this land, giving him this gold and stuff. So he had all this money, all these women, he had abundance. So his seed began to grow rapidly. And the thing about his seed was just as pure and as powerful as Nano's. His seed was just as successful. Anytime they tried some shit, they succeeded. Especially his oldest son. You see what I'm saying? His oldest son was a prodigy. His oldest son was talking before he was even 1 year old. Full ass fucking sentences. You see what I'm saying? His oldest son was a fucking prodigy. And the thing about his oldest son that was revealed later on was his oldest son was actually the creator of everything. You see what I'm saying? His oldest son was actually the father of both Nanos, Mustafar, and fucking Vulcan. You see what I'm saying? Because the creator created all them different beings. So the creator sent his damn 2 sons down to earth to start this damn race of people. And that's the reason why he anointed Nanos to be the Most High anyways. Because he knew that Nanos was going to give birth to him. You see what I'm saying? And he was going to be the heir, so he was going to inherit the kingdom. So boom. Nanos bloodline is rising. Now Mustafar has some kids too. He got some children and shit too. But like I said, Nanos bloodline was kind of like royals. You see what I'm saying? Nanos, and this wasn't done like Nanos didn't want this to happen. He didn't say that y'all gotta worship us, that we the Most High, we on high on this planet. No, the earth did that. The people that was here did that themselves. They the ones that put Nanos and them on the pedestal like that. Because they saw what the fuck Nanos did. So they knew that his children was gonna be just as powerful. So these people on the planet, anytime they saw the damn children of Nanos, his sons, his brothers, you know what I'm saying? I mean, his sons and daughters, these people was also giving them gifts as well. They was also giving them praise and whatnot. So this kind of put, you can call this the Christ bloodline. These are the Nephilims, the ones that they destroyed, that they tried to murder, that they tried to kill off the planet. You see what I'm saying? This is the Christ bloodline. These people was seen as gods, deities. These people are so fucking powerful. They so great. You see what I'm saying? And especially the son, the oldest son, which you all know the oldest son as Jesus or Yeshua, but I call the oldest son Arhisihi, Chief Soul. You see what I'm saying? So boom, Mustafar is getting more and more and more jealous. He's getting more and more and more and more jealous. And Vulcan, the vampire damn king, the demon, this motherfucker, he just sitting there plotting, rubbing his hands together like, yeah, I got my vessel. Y'all see where this is leading. Because the plan was Vulcan was trying to get onto that mountain. See what I'm saying? He wanted to get on that mountain. God damn, man. It's fucking animals. Is these animals bothering y'all? Because I go down in the garage. Let me know. If anybody can send a message real quick, is these animals bothering y'all? Like, can y'all hear them chickens and shit making all that noise like that? Let me know. Because I go in the garage. But anyways, yeah, boom. Mustafar is getting more and more and more jealous, more and more angry. He's like, God damn it, man. Why the fuck is everybody giving him the damn props and shit? Like, I ain't do nothing. I'm here too. Why the fuck don't y'all care about me or my family? You see what I'm saying? You must understand the first two children that he had was a daughter and a son. You see what I'm saying? And I called the daughter. Her name was Amina. And mind you, she becomes a very important character later on down the line as well. Then he had a son. His name was Musu. Motherfuckers call him Murdoch. You see what I'm saying? Murdoch and Inanna or Ishtar. You see what I'm saying? Or Aphrodite. This is who those two sons were. I mean, those two children he had. Ishtar or Aphrodite or Inanna and Murdoch. See what I'm saying? Motherfuckers try to say that Murdoch is the damn king. No. Shh. Hush that shit up. Quiet. So boom. Boom. Another fucking battle breaks out. And this battle takes place right in front of the fucking Mountain Olympus. Or whatever you want to call it. Right in front of their damn kingdom. This fucking war breaks out, boy. And this is another crazy ass war. This is another crazy battle. But in this particular battle right here, Mustafar ended up getting captured by the vampires. You see what I'm saying? And that was the plan the whole entire time. The plan, the reason why they came and they did this is because they was trying to capture Mustafar. He ended up getting captured. Boom. So what happened was, when they captured him, they took him to their damn base and shit. And they basically, that's when Vulcan came to him and told him, he was like, look, if you help me destroy your brother, Nanos, if you help me destroy your brother, if you help me betray your brother, I promise you his throne. I promise you his glory. I promise you his riches. I promise you that your bloodline will be put on high. You see what I'm saying? Your children will be put on high. And his children will become slaves of the planet. This is what he told Mustafar. Now, I told y'all that Mustafar already had all this hate and jealousy in his heart. So when Vulcan told him this, he was like, and mind you, Vulcan has the power to kind of like mesmerize motherfuckers. You see what I'm saying? So he looking him dead in the eyes, telling him this, and Mustafar is seeing it. Because Vulcan is projecting this shit into his mind. Like, yeah, you see what I'm saying? Your family gonna be on throne while Nano's children is gonna be fucking slaves. They gonna be basically stepped on and walked over. They ain't gonna have nothing. They gonna have to come to y'all they gonna have to beg y'all, and they gonna have to work for y'all, and they gonna have to, you know what I'm saying? They gonna have to be a part of what you got going on, and you can treat them however you want. So, not to get off track, but this is where the damn Freemason shit come in. You see what I'm saying? To where you see these damn celebrities and shit, to where they gotta do all this gay shit. They gotta motherfucking get, you know what I'm saying? They gotta basically be gay and shit. They gotta be sex slaves. They gotta do this. They gotta be humiliated and all this crazy shit. They gotta make them look like fools. You see what I'm saying? They got these motherfuckers doing all this weird shit and stuff. This is what Vulcan basically was telling Mustafar. You see what I'm saying? Y'all have all the power, so you can make his bloodline do whatever the fuck just to survive. You see what I'm saying? So boom, that happens. Once Mustafar agreed, they let him go. And they told him to say that you was able to escape. So they let him go. They let Mustafar go, and he went back to the mountain. When he went back to the mountain, Nanos and them was just getting ready to try to come and free him. But he came back, so they all like, how you get out? Kind of like how a nigga go to jail or some shit, how a nigga run in with a certain crowd and he end up getting locked up, and everybody like, God damn, this nigga gone, boy, he finna be in there for a minute. Then all of a sudden he get out of jail like 3 days later. They're like, what the fuck? How you get out of jail so fast? That nigga snitching, boy. That's where that shit come from. See what I'm saying? Mustafar was the original motherfucking sellout. He was the original nigga that went and told, like, yeah, blah, blah, blah. He gave them niggas all the damn secrets that they needed. So he comes back to the damn kingdom, and he's sitting there twiddling his fingers like this because he knew what was getting ready to come. He knew what was getting ready to come. So boom. What happens was, Mustafar comes to Nanos, and he like, hey man, look, I got something at the bottom of the mountain I want to show you. You see what I'm saying? Just you and I. Don't bring nobody else. I want to show you something. I got something for you. I got a gift for you. You remember how they told you how they killed Osiris, right? How Seth came to Osiris and was like, hey man, look, I got a party. I want to throw a party for you, blah, blah, blah. That's where they get this story from. You see what I'm saying? Mustafar comes to Nanos and he like, look, I want to show you this. I want to show you that. So they go down to the bottom of the mountain, and Nanos left his weapons and everything. You see what I'm saying? Because he thought that, you know what I'm saying, that Mustafar was just trying to show him something. And that's his brother. He never expected his brother to fucking betray him. That's his brother. They've been down here all this time. You see what I'm saying? Like, that's my brother, man. Like, I'm not finna expect him to do anything. So he expected nothing. And mind you, another reason why this happened is because Nanos' nature is so pure. He had his pure essence, kind of naive almost. You see what I'm saying? Like, he would never expect it for his brother to betray him. So they go down to the bottom of the mountain. They chilling and shit, and they talking, and they go to the particular spot that Vulcan told him to take him. Then all of a sudden, all these fucking vampires jump out. Boom. All these vampires and shit just jump out. Now, what happened was the vampires, Vulcan, and all them niggas jumped out. Nanos didn't even expect that it was a setup still. He thought that his brother was still on his side. So he immediately started fighting without his weapons. You gotta understand, these angels still have great power. They don't need weapons to fight. They still have great power. Nanos ended up killing a lot of them vampires, and he killed Vulcan. But this was the plan. You see what I'm saying? This was the plan. He killed Vulcan and a lot of them vampires before he was finally overwhelmed and basically murdered. Now, the immediate second that Nanos died, that's when Vulcan's spirit immediately rose and possessed Mustafar completely. He took this angelic being as a vessel immediately. You see what I'm saying? Immediately. This was the finesse that this Vulcan was working on the entire time. He wanted to basically possess either Nanos or Mustafar. This is the reason way back when, on that very first battle, he was testing their powers to see how strong they was. He knew that both of them was mighty, but he knew that Nanos was stronger. So he knew that he had to get Nanos out of the way, and he was going to possess Mustafar and take over his vessel. Boom. So he does that. Now Vulcan can climb the mountain. You see what I'm saying? Because now he's inside of Mustafar's vessel. Now Mustafar is still in there. Mustafar is still there. But it's kind of like he backdoored him. Kind of like he put him in a sunken place. You see what I'm saying? So Mustafar immediately knew that he fucked up. And he's sitting there inside his body, looking out like a window, knowing that goddamn, I fucked up. You see what I'm saying? I fucked up. Now, mind you, Vulcan kept his promise about putting his family on high. He kept that promise. You see what I'm saying? But when he went up to the mountain, that's when he corrupted and basically tried to destroy and eradicate Nanos' bloodline, because he couldn't have another Nanos coming on the earth, because he knew if that happened, you know what I'm saying, he would get destroyed. because he knew that Nanos was the dragon. And he knew that his bloodline, his children, would be the next dragon or the next one to inherit that power, that avatar state. You see what I'm saying? But what happened was, before Nanos died, he cast this powerful fucking ass spell that was pure love and pure joy, because right before he died, he saw everything. Everything flashed before his eyes. He saw everything step by step by step by step by step. He knew right then and there that Mustafar betrayed him. He knew right then and there that Vulcan possessed Mustafar's body. He knew right then and there that Mustafar was going to go and try to destroy his bloodline and destroy his children. And most importantly, well, I ain't going to say most importantly, but they knew that he was going to try to destroy the heir, his oldest son, the one that was supposed to inherit the throne. So he casted this powerful ass spell. I'm talking about powerful as fuck, that basically put a shield around his oldest son, because he knew he had to have at least one person from his bloodline to live. So he cast this powerful ass spell over his oldest son. This spell basically made it to where Mustafar and them vampires could never kill his oldest son, Arisihi. You know what I'm saying? They call him Yeshua or Jesus or whatever the fuck. He cast this powerful ass spell to where these demons could not kill his oldest son. But mind you, his oldest son was still young as hell. He was still a child pretty much. You see what I'm saying? He's still an innocent child. So what they did was, they basically abducted him. And once they left the mountain, once they, you know what I'm saying, they eradicated the ones that didn't want to turn, they killed them, and the rest of them, they basically made them pawns and slaves and shit like that, and sex slaves and just the bottom of the boot, the bottom of the barrel. You see what I'm saying? So they take the son and they take the rest of them and they leave the mountain. And what happens is, he knew that since he couldn't kill him, he knew that one day, his oldest son was going to eventually realize who he was and realize that this is my shit. You see what I'm saying? This nation belongs to me. All this shit belongs to me. So he had this plan to where he was going to get his oldest son to marry his daughter. You see what I'm saying? His daughter. And he was going to basically try to this is Mustafar or Vulcan I'm talking about. He was going to basically try to rule the nation through his daughter. You see what I'm saying? So this is the reason why they came out talking about that this is a matriarch nation. A queen is supposed to rule. The queen is the womb man. The queen is God. The queen is the creator of all. This is the reason why they came out saying that shit. Because they knew that they was going to try to put their daughter on the throne. You see what I'm saying? He knew that he was going to put his daughter on the throne. You see what I'm saying? He was going to basically, Arisihi, the real king, was supposed to be just like a motherfucker that just sit there like this. While his father, while Inanna, Ishtar, you see what I'm saying, Aphrodite was the one ruling the shit. So what they did was they put this fucking spell on the prince. You see what I'm saying? They corrupted his mind. They put this spell on him to where he basically forgot who he was. They basically erased his soul, erased his memories, erased who he was. They erased that shit completely. See what I'm saying? They gave him a whole nother life, gave him a new name and everything. And his oldest daughter, Mustafar's oldest daughter, pretended like she was his mother. You see what I'm saying? So basically what I'm trying to say is the one that was supposed to be like that was supposed to be the queen, they basically made it like that's your mother. But really, they like the same age. You see what I'm saying? They like the same age, really. You got to understand that. So time goes along, and boom, this prince has completely forgot who he was, but he can't get killed. He can't be murdered. You see what I'm saying? He can't be murdered and he can't be killed. But he's living this fake ass life. You know what I'm saying? He's living this life that's not real. It's fake. It's totally fake. And you have to understand when they first got to Arhi City, when he was, you know, just this young child, they basically tortured him. They raped him. You see what I'm saying? They did all kinds of fucked up shit to this child, trying to basically pull the pureness out of him. You see what I'm saying? They was trying to destroy the pure essence, the pure nature of this child. They wanted him to become a fucking devil, a demon. You see what I'm saying? So they did all these fucking evil ass rituals and shit, you know, molesting them, raping them, torturing them, beating them, doing all this wicked ass shit, trying their hardest to destroy the pure essence inside of this child. Because they knew that the pure essence is basically the gift that they had to basically tap into this dragon energy. You see what I'm saying? They knew that if we take away this pureness, he won't be able to tap into this energy. He won't be able to become this being that's going to destroy us all. You see what I'm saying? So that's what they did. They put a spell on him. They did all this wicked ass shit trying to take his pureness away. And this went on while he was a child. Now, fast forward. We in the times now. We in these times. You see what I'm saying? And it was prophesied that eventually this child was going to awaken. This child was going to wake up. He was going to realize who he is. He was going to remember. But what you have to understand, throughout all this time, they had already created all these fake ass robots and shit, all these fucking fake ass people and shit, because what they was trying to do is they was trying to create this world to try to basically try to make this prince think that this world is real. You see what I'm saying? So they created all these fake ass people, all these humans with no soul, these robots, these soulless entities, these beings that's just here to make this system seem like it's real, seem like this is what it is. You see what I'm saying? They created all these laws and all these government systems and all of these damn smoke screens and mirrors and shit to make it harder for the prince to basically become who he is supposed to be. You see what I'm saying? So this world that you know of is bullshit. Like I've been telling you this whole entire time. This, you have to work to survive. That's bullshit. Why in the fuck would you have to work to survive when this planet provides everything you need to survive? That makes no goddamn sense. And you know why motherfuckers think that? Because they gave you all these fucking fake ass materials. They gave you these cars. They gave you these big ass houses. They gave you this jewelry, these clothes, these shoes. They gave you all this materialistic ass bullshit to make you think that you gotta work real hard so you can get all this material shit. And this material shit is what shows my success. Bullshit. That's bullshit. None of this shit matters. You can't take none of it with you. It doesn't fucking matter. And you don't need to work to survive because everything you need to survive is right here. It's right here for free. Food grows on trees. Shelter grows in trees. You got wood from shelter. You can get clothes from the animals that's here on this planet. There's plants that grows materials that you can make clothes out of. Everything that you need is right here. You just don't have the knowledge to do it because you're too busy going to the store buying your clothes. You're too busy going to the store buying your food. You're too busy focusing on the fucking matrix that these niggas put in front of you to take you away from what's real. If you had the knowledge, you could make your own clothes. You could grow your own food. You could live the life that you desire completely 100% free. But instead, they give you this. Because like I said, Mustafa, what did Vulcan tell Mustafar? His children will be slaves. While these Freemasons and shit, Mustafar's bloodline is sitting, going on expensive ass vacations and shit. These the ones that you see that's on the internet and stuff, talking to you about this spirituality and whatnot. Most of these motherfuckers belong to Mustafar's bloodline. They making all this money and shit while they get to sit on their ass. They the ones that starting these businesses and whatnot, these corporations, these big ass Fortune 500 businesses and all this shit that's going on. That's Mustafar's bloodline. You see what I'm saying? Exactly what Vulcan promised him. You see? While the niggas that's working, that's getting chump change, the niggas that's always suffering from this goddamn matrix, that's the Christ family. That's us. You see what I'm saying? We suffering shit while these motherfuckers is chilling, having a good ass time. And then they created these fake ass vessels to make them look like they white people. These white people that you see with blonde hair and blue eyes, that's fucking Mustafar's bloodline family. Some of them is in black vessels still too. But most of these white motherfuckers you see with the blue eyes and the blonde hair, that's Mustafar's bloodline. That's his children. You see what I'm saying? That's his kids. The ones that's running these businesses, the ones that they showed you whipping niggas and shit. Whipping our children, whipping the men, raping the women. That's Mustafar's bloodline. That's them niggas. They are not white. Those are black people in fucking white bodies. Skin suits and shit. I'm telling y'all everything right now. The story that's never been told before. You see what I'm saying? All of this shit is 100% fake. It's all a big ass show. All of it. None of this is real. None of it. You see what I'm saying? None of this shit is real. So they got us motherfucking working these jobs and shit, slaves. Slaves. They stealing our fucking organs. They stealing because they knew that we had this dragon essence inside of us. This God-like essence, this God avatar inside of us. So they drinking our blood. They eating our flesh. They selling our fucking organs on a black market and shit. They taking our organs, putting them inside themselves. These motherfuckers is literally like tools, like machines that they just put parts on. You see what I'm saying? So boom, that shit happens. That shit goes on. A lot of the Christ family died and shit, like they told you in the Bible, how they killed the motherfucking, how they murdered the Nephilims. The Nephilims is the Christ bloodline that I'm telling you about. Not all of us is murdered. A lot of us is here. You see what I'm saying? But they separated us. They separated us. And I see a lot of these particular beings in my dreams and whatnot. You see what I'm saying? People I went to school with. I'm related to them niggas. We come from the same bloodline. You see what I'm saying? People that I've known from years ago. I see these niggas. We come from the same bloodline. You see what I'm saying? We've been basically fucked out of our glory by this hateful ass motherfucking side of the family. You see what I'm saying? It's still our family, but they don't treat us like family. You see what I'm saying? They fucking hate us. because they know that we are the ones that's supposed to be in the position that they are in. You see what I'm saying? So they fucking hate us because they know the truth. They know the truth. So time goes on, boom, the prince wakes up. That happened in 2020. You see what I'm saying? The prince wakes up. Immediately once the prince wakes up, everything starts to fucking change. The world haven't been the same since the prince has awakened up. The world has not been the fucking same. Ever since COVID-19. COVID-19 was the code. The prince is woke. The prince is awake. He's awoke. He's awake. It's time for us to initiate whatever plan these niggas try to put in motion. It's time for us to initiate the plan. That's when they put everybody on lockdown and shit. That's when they start trying to give out these goddamn jabs. That's when all this crazy shit started happening. Boom. So time goes along. The prince wakes up. 2021, the prince ends up, blowing up on the internet. 2021, the prince ends up blowing the fuck up. He's speaking his mind. He's waking so many people up, speaking his truth. Soon as this nigga woke up, that's when Enki or Mustafar start putting his goddamn people on him. Start putting his damn kids on him. Start putting these vampires on him. These these shape-shifting motherfuckers. He started putting them on him. Hey, he woke. I want you to befriend him, and I want you to do whatever you can to keep him from realizing who he is. I want you to do this. I want you to do that. I want you to try your absolute hardest to keep him from realizing who he is. Because if he realizes who he is, we're fucked. We're fucked. And we're going to lose everything that we built. You see what I'm saying? So, he started putting motherfuckers on him and shit. Boom. That's when he ends up dealing with this with his daughter. Ishtar, Aphrodite. You know what I'm saying? Inanna. She ends up getting into another vessel, and he ends up dealing with her. Boom. He starts dealing with this woman and stuff, sleeping with her and shit like that. And this basically puts the prince under another fucking spell. Not only does that happen, but they also find out how he's doing this, how he's doing that, and that's when they start taking shit away. You see what I'm saying? They took his way that he was making money away. They took, you know what I'm saying? They completely banned his goddamn account that he blew up on for no fucking reason. They banned the shit. The nigga had over 100K followers. You see what I'm saying? They took that shit away, took his goddamn ways to make money. And the reason why they was doing this is because they was trying to put the prince in a situation to where he would have to submit to them. You see what I'm saying? They was trying to basically put him in a fucked up situation to where he had come crawling on his knees and submit to them and become a Freemason and then take this bride as his wife. You see what I'm saying? And I want y'all to understand that Aphrodite, Inanna, is the most wicked fucking witch on the goddamn planet. She is the most wicked daughter that he has. She is the most wicked. If you wanted to say anybody was the beast, it'd be her. Real talk. If you wanted to say anybody was a fucking beast, it'd be her. That's the reason why they tell you that story about how Inanna fucking sold out her damn husband, Dumezud, and she went down to fucking hell trying to take over and ended up getting murdered and shit and couldn't get out. So she fucking, instead, she goes and she finesses her damn husband to take her place, and she comes back to the heaven. I'm telling you, Inanna, Ishtar is a wicked motherfucker, man. A wicked motherfucker. The most wicked one out of all of them. You see what I'm saying? And that's who fucking the prince was laying with. So she casting spells and shit. Casting all these spells and stuff on him while he's sleeping shit. You know what I'm saying? Doing all this fuck shit. And the prince ended up going into this delusion for a while. For like 6 months. To where he fucking on the damn internet and shit. Screaming about, oh, they need to let my queen go. And all this crazy shit. This nigga kind of lost his mind for a second. You see what I'm saying? He on the internet talking about, they got my queen. They need to let my queen go. The whole time, them motherfuckers laughing. They like, we got this motherfucker losing his mind. Look at him. You see what I'm saying? They making motherfuckers homeless and shit, having to live in hotels. The people at the hotels is doing this nigga wrong. You see what I'm saying? All because of that spell that Ishtar casted. She did that. She put that spell on him that made him basically lose his fucking mind and shit temporarily. She did that. And she knows she did. She knows she did. You see what I'm saying? So that shit happens. And that lasts for probably like 6 months maybe. For like 6 months. And then, you know what I'm saying? They did this quite a few times. To where they casting these spells and shit. They did this quite a few times. Understand that. But it got to a point to where it wasn't working no more. You see what I'm saying? It got to a point to where the shit wasn't working. Where they couldn't cast these spells no more. So boom. The prince wakes up and he realized that, man, it's something about this woman that I'm laying with, man. I think she evil or something. So he says a prayer. He prays. He says, please, if this woman is trying to harm me in any way. He didn't say, yeah, because he didn't know for sure, but he felt like something was up with her. So he prays, please, if this woman is trying to harm me in any way, if she's any negative influence on my life, please remove her from my life, please. 3 days later, she's gone. 3 days later, she's out of there. See what I'm saying? She came up with some excuse that she had to go home or some shit like that. Blah, blah, blah. 3 days later, she's out of there. Gone. The motherfucking heavens got her the fuck out the way. And you know what's crazy about that? Soon as she got out the way, soon as she was gone, the prince received like almost $4,000 out of nowhere. Needed that. Needed that. You see what I'm saying? Needed that shit. Received like $4,000 right off the top. Boom. So that happens. Boom. The prince is now he's you know dealing with this kind of loneliness and shit. You know what I'm saying? Fighting these hotels and stuff. Fighting these people at these motels. You know what I'm saying? They denying him access. And mind you, he was kicked out of the house. So he couldn't, you know what I'm saying? He couldn't go home or anything like that because he ain't had nowhere to go. Because what they were trying to do, they were trying to get this young man to basically submit to these Freemasons, to submit to the system. So he's out there fighting for survival. Fighting police following him around and shit. Police and shit trying to get to him. You got crazy motherfuckers walking around, people still trying to kill him, even though they know they can't. Motherfuckers still trying to kill him. He dealing with that. He dealing with these goddamn police and shit. Dealing with these fake ass motherfuckers that come on here acting like they cool and shit with him. Dealing with all kinds of just fucking bullshit. You see what I'm saying? That goes on for like another 3 months maybe. 3-4 months. After a while, when they realize, they like, goddamn, how does he keep on, like, surviving? Like, you know what I'm saying? He's surviving. So what happens is he ends up going back home. Got a job. You know what I'm saying? Started working and shit, trying to fucking get right. But you must understand that this prince, being who he is, he always had this essence within inside of him that was telling him, you're not supposed to be doing that. That's not what you're supposed to be doing. You're not supposed to be doing that. What are you doing? Why are you doing this? This is not what you're supposed to be doing. You got something more important to be doing than that. You don't have to be doing this. So basically what I'm trying to say is this prince could never keep a job because every single time this energy would not let up. This energy would not release. Telling him that, look, you don't need to be doing this. There's something much more prominent for you. You have to realize who you are. You see what I'm saying? So that shit ends up happening. Boom, boom, boom. That shit goes on for a while. Then the prince ends up, well, we gonna skip a little bit, and the prince ends up meeting another woman. He ends up meeting another woman. This woman ended up being in another state, North Carolina to be exact. He gets with this woman and the world goes mad because it's interrupting the fucking plot, the plan. You see what I'm saying? It's interrupting the plan that they had far as this prince marrying, you know what I'm saying, Inanna or Ishtar, Mustafar's daughter. It's interrupting the fucking plan. So they see it like, yeah, damn, this, like, you know what I'm saying? They mad as fuck. The two of them end up coming together and shit. And that was a fucking story itself. That whole experience was a story in itself, family. That shit was crazy. When I say the world went mad, the world became so much more, like the gang stalkers became more prominent. You know what I'm saying? The police became more aggressive. The attempts became more aggressive. Everything was more aggressive. You see what I'm saying? The two of them ended up losing everything, losing both of their cars. Motherfuckers was walking with bags up and down the highway. We ended up losing everything. They ended up losing everything. Next thing you know, the two of them is sitting outside at a gas station, fucked up. After they slept in the fucking woods one night, you know what I said? Slept in the fucking woods. Wake up the next morning, fucked up, confused, just wondering why the fuck is this happening, man? Why won't these people just leave motherfuckers the fuck alone? Next thing you know, that's when Mustafar comes out the cut. Inky comes out the cut. He like, hey, I got a proposition for y'all. I got a proposition. So, and mind you, at this point, the prince was this close from completely giving up. This is when the prince was like, man, fuck this shit, man. Motherfucker deleted his damn Instagram page, deleted everything. He was like, fuck this shit. I'm done. Mustafar, aka Inky, comes right out the cut, almost like he saw it. He's broken. The prince is broken. We got him. This nigga come out the cut. I got a proposition for y'all. We like, all right. He like, I got this vacant house. You know, I'm doing some work on it. But you know, I'm getting kind of old. I can't move as good as I used to. I need some help. You know, I need some help. I see you guys sitting out here. It look like y'all, you know, can use some help yourself. So I'm thinking that maybe we can help each other. He like, if you can help me finish remodeling this house, I'll let y'all stay in that house. And then once we done remodeling the house, I'll let y'all move into my trailer. You see, because I got a trailer that I'm living in right now, but then I got the vacant too. But I'm trying to get this vacant in order so I can then leave from the trailer and move into this house. You see what I'm saying? So he's like, so what, y'all want to try it? Y'all want to give it a try? Mind you, I already told you, if this was something down the line, the prince would have been like, what? Man, hell no. See what I'm saying? Fuck out of here. But desperate times comes desperate measures, family. And the crazy thing about it, I knew, the prince knew, the prince knew that there was some shit wrong with that. He knew. But like I said, desperate times comes desperate measures. So the prince like, fuck it. He goes with this man that he ain't never, well, he knows this man, but he never seen him in that particular shape that he was in. They go to this motherfucking house and it's a goddamn mess in there. It's a goddamn fucking mess, boy. It's shit everywhere. You see what I'm saying? It's no power in there. It's no water in there. Motherfuckers couldn't even take a shit on the toilet. Motherfuckers couldn't even take a shower. Niggas was taking showers with a rag and a bucket. Standing butt-ass naked in the goddamn house with no power, scrubbing with a goddamn towel and a bucket. You see what I'm saying? Shit was fucked up, but it was much better than sleeping outside, though. You see what I'm saying? It was much better than sleeping outside. So boom, that happens. And the prince is working with this man, and the whole time the main motive was this, what this man was he was trying to initiate the prince into the Freemasonry because they knew they couldn't kill him. So he was trying to initiate him into the Freemason shit. You see what I'm saying? Into the order of these Freemasons. This nigga, Mustafar Inky, pulls him to the side one day and was like, look, you should join me. You should join my team. You see what I'm saying? I'll make you my right-hand man. Join my team. I'll make you the right-hand man. You see what I'm saying? You know, we gonna start, I got this business that I'm putting together, this construction business. I'll make you the foreman. I ain't know shit about no construction and shit. Like, I mean, I know how to hammer and how to, you know what I'm saying, how to do some basic shit. But I don't really know nothing about remodeling no house and all that. This nigga was like, I'll make you the foreman. And I'm gonna pay you like a foreman. You gonna have all this money, you'll never have to worry about nothing. And he talking about all this other stuff with real estate, talking about these secret circles that they have in real estate to where they be giving you houses and stuff and all this. I knew the whole entire, this is when I knew who he was. This is when it hit me. But see, I didn't want to leave just quite yet because I needed that place. You see what I'm saying? Until I figured out what the fuck I wanted to do. So I kind of just went along with it. But I never agreed to join his team or to be a part of him. Every single time he would ask me to join his team, or he would tell me how he can get me to make all this money and shit and all this and this and that, I would just laugh like, yeah. But I knew the whole entire time what the fuck it was. He knew the whole entire time what the fuck it was. You see what I'm saying? He knew that this was some bullshit. They trying to get me to become a Freemason. I ain't trying to be no Freemason because I know what that's about. I ain't doing that. I don't want nothing to do with that shit. Mind you, once somebody from my bloodline becomes a Freemason, you pretty much forfeit your protection. So once you do that, it's almost like now they can take you out. Once you become one of them motherfuckers, it's like you sell out. You sell yourself. You sell your fucking inheritance. You sell your sovereignty. You sell your protection. It's like you sold out. So now the father Nanos can't do nothing for you now. You are completely at their mercy. So they can do whatever the fuck they want to. This is the reason why these rappers and shit getting raped and they get sacrificed and all this other shit, because they sold out. You see what I'm saying? They sold out. So boom, that happens, blah, blah, blah. One day, one night, one particular night, the prince got up and left. Him and the woman that he was with, they got up and they left without a trace. They just left. You see what I'm saying? Completely left. And that's where I'm going to end this story, y'all, because my phone about to get ready and die. But Matter of fact, I'm gonna end it with this. Now we are at the last days to where Prince has become so fucking aware of who he is and his power that this timeline, this particular timeline, is over with. This shit is about to be destroyed. This entire timeline. You see what I'm saying? All these wicked ass vampires that sat there smiling, laughing at the Prince and shit while he suffered. Your time is now. Your time of destruction is now. You see what I'm saying? All you wicked ass people out there that did what you did to this Prince when he was a child. You see what I'm saying? Busted his fucking teeth up and shit. Doing all that wicked ass shit. Your time is now. You see what I'm saying? The way I see it, this is the last day for this timeline to exist. The last day. All of these guilty ass beings, you have already been tried, you have already been convicted, you have already been found guilty. And the judgment is erasure. Erasure. All this shit gotta go. This entire timeline has to go. It's gotta go. See what I'm saying? So that's the story, family. And I done already said it so many fucking times. I'm pretty sure y'all done caught on by now. But that Prince is me, family. That Prince is me. I'm the one that's went through all that bullshit. This is the reason why I know all these stories and I can tell all these stories, because I experienced it firsthand. All this shit happens now. You see what I'm saying? It happened in this time frame. But anyways, I appreciate each and every last one of you that's not fucking against me, that's not no evil ass. Matter of fact, I appreciate y'all too, because y'all the ones who basically made me who I am. You see what I'm saying? So I thank you just as much. But I appreciate you all. And I hope it was worth it. Chief, I'm out.